Bitcoin is once again seeing some price action. That's because BlackRock has filed for a Bitcoin ETF and people have started to speculate. The latest price move happened because DTCC listed BlackRock's ETF on their site, and that caused people to assume their ETF is absolutely going to be approved. And that followed a brief panic when the listing disappeared momentarily and then later reappeared. Why is this ETF a big deal? Or is it even a big deal? What even is a Bitcoin ETF? ETF, or exchange traded fund, is an investment product that is tied to a specific asset or an index. For example, simply buying one S&P 500 ETF, you kind of own a piece of every 500 companies in the S&P 500 without actually having to buy a stock from every single company individually. You can also sell and buy ETFs like stocks. But why should you buy Bitcoin ETF when you can just buy Bitcoin, since it's just a single asset? There's a couple of reasons. First one, it's easier. You don't have to sign up for a crypto exchange, and instead you can just use almost any other investment app or brokerage that you have available and probably have already used to buy stocks and funds. You don't have to worry where to store your Bitcoin. BlackRock is going to do all the buying, selling and holding of the actual Bitcoin for you. You just need to buy the ETF. Second, feeling of safety. Crypto exchanges don't have the most spotless reputation, so buying a product that's issued by a large and heavily regulated investment giant is most likely seen as more secure investment. Also, the probability that your Bitcoin is being used to buy a mansion in the Bahamas is a lot lower with BlackRock than some unnamed crypto exchanges. Third, it's regulated. Because BlackRock is more well-known and trusted asset holding company, more traditional companies and investors can feel more at ease if they want to invest into Bitcoin. This way they don't have to deal with the shady crypto exchanges, and they can avoid the risk that they would be seen as laundering money or losing all their investments in Bitcoin when the exchange goes bankrupt. With BlackRock, these are not really an issue, most likely. The ETF is not yet approved by the SEC, and they still have a lot of time to think about whether they accept it or not. SEC also hasn't been the crypto's biggest fan, so they might not approve the ETF after all. But if they do, Bitcoin's price will most likely see some action. There is a chance that this might be sell the news kind of event, which means the price will go up until the actual ETF is approved, and then the price drops when people sell the news. But it also might mean in the long run that the price of Bitcoin would keep rising, since BlackRock would have to buy Bitcoin to back all the ETFs that are bought. And if the ETF is not approved, probably is going to cause some price action as well, most likely to the negative side. But we will see. Also, if you're interested in ETFs, I did a video recently where I looked how well the S&P 500 ETF has held against Bitcoin for 6 months.